Welcome to a Wednesday edition of Good News York. I'm Mike Brindisi. Matt is off, I don't know, chasing tornadoes or something. Who knows? So it's just me today, but I'm not alone. And for those of you that have been listening or watching the show, you understand why this is such a special episode. A while back, talked about my favorite viral video of all time. Fast forward, we find out as we're watching the video, someone recognized the sign. I think it was Matt. And he said, dude, that looks like that's in Syracuse. Long story short, it was. My favorite viral video was not only shot in Syracuse, but we found the guy, and he's here, Mr. Steve Peterson. He's much more talented than just the Llama guy. We'll talk about that. But to me, in my world, dude, you have brought more laughter and joy to me and my family than you realize. I can tell you that, you know, when people say like, what's your top 10 favorite movies or what's your favorite viral video? It's like, dude, there's like 10 million. I don't know. I can honestly say I have a bunch of favorites, but my absolute favorite viral video is you and that llama. And I'm going to explain why. But first I want to play a video. Danny, our producer, Danny Tripodi, love you. Play the first video. So here's me, Steve, talking on the show about this. This is how it originally happened. The video that I think is the funniest video of all time. And we found out that the video was actually shot in Liverpool. I'm going to hunt this guy down. I want to interview him on the show. I need to know what was going on that day and why there was a llama just running at his car. I did a little digging. I think I found through comments and stuff of kind of why it was happening. But I do want to explain to you first why I think it's the funniest thing ever. First of all, there's the obvious, right? You're getting out of your car in a urban area and a goat walks up and you are like anybody kind of like, what the hey buddy, and you're so sweet to this goat, and then around the corner comes this llama, and we're going to play the video in a second. For me, it is your reaction is I hear it in your voice. It is this like, what the fuck is going on? But the thing that makes me laugh the hardest is it's also, there's this childlike excitement in the tone of your voice. It's like the perfect mix of what the fuck is going on and oh my God, I am so excited I get to see a llama. And I just thought it was so funny. So let's play that clip and we'll get this thing really started here. So here it is. I found the original.
This is really happening. There's a goat. Why is there a goat? Hi. Hi, buddy. Are you a nice goat? I don't have food, goat. Oh my God! There's a fucking llama! What is going on? I just got back from a service call, and I go to my truck, and a goat and a llama run up to me. What are you guys doing out here? You're not supposed to be here.
It is.
Sup?
Oh, Steve, you know, I should have said this first. Welcome to the show. Maybe I should have said welcome and did some pleasantries before I played that, but I'm just overexcited. Thank you for coming in. I know it's a bit ridiculous that someone is this excited over a video, but I think it's the way it played out that, first of all, it made me laugh harder than I've ever laughed. And second of all, just the way it unfolded and we found out that it was shot, you know, it happened right here in Syracuse, and then finding you was amazing. But it turns out that there's way more to this story than we thought, which is you actually come from a background of broadcasting, and let's talk about that.
Yeah, I went to college in Oswego, SUNY Oswego.
Nice.
Graduated with communications degree. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to make movies. Turns out at the time,
Sure.
Syracuse wasn't great for that. Now it's great for me.
Yeah.
And I was actually an extra in one of an Adrian Brody movie.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
was that the American High?
It was through American High, I think.
Okay.
But I stood outside a Crucible for 12 hours.
That's awesome.
And then the scene got cut.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, worked at Channel 3, worked at WSYR Radio. When the society collapsed in 2008,
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I started working at my family's plumbing company. So you see in the video, that's right.
Shout
outside
out,
there.
is it Peterson Plumbing?
Peterson Plumbing and Heating.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely make sure we throw in graphics, contact info. We definitely want to make sure we plug the family business for sure.
Yeah. And that day it was after hours. I had, like the stars completely aligned to make that video happen.
It's amazing.
There was a service call. I had to go do a service call after hours. And my parents invited me to go out to eat. So I had to decide what I wanted to do. We could go out to eat and then do the service call. I could do the service call, then go out to eat. I decided to do the service call, meet them at Luigi's in the Valley, rest in peace. And yeah, then I got back after that. So yeah, I just parked my truck, locked the gate,
Right.
and came around to my pickup truck. And I thought it was a dog.
Right.
I thought I was about to get attacked by a dog. So I was ready to jump in the back of my pickup truck.
Sure.
And oh, let's go. So I get my phone out and I start filming, and that's where you see, the magic happens.
And it is magic. And that fucking llama comes wheeling around the corner.
Yeah.
And again, am I right? Was it a mixture of like what is going on and also like this is like a child? Like you're like, this is amazing.
It was. I was really excited, as you can tell from
Yes,
the video.
as you should have
But
been.
I was also scared. I was worried that I was about to get attacked.
Well,
And I didn't know how much damage a llama can do, but
Yeah.
this thing was charging at me.
yeah, I
so-
mean, you hear about these stories of like animals that you think are very, loving animals, and you find out they're like, no, actually they could slit your throat in 3.2 seconds. Like, and let's be honest, there's not a lot of info out there about llamas, right? So I too would be like, this is great, but is this thing gonna charge at me? Is it gonna kill me? So we gotta know. I'm assuming you found out what was going on, and this is great because I want to put it to rest. I heard that it was they got loose because of a filming of a movie. I don't know if that's true. What is the story?
No, there was I FaceTimed my girlfriend at the time, now my wife. We'd actually just started
Congratulations.
dating at the time.
Yeah, well, when she saw that video, she's like, I got to marry this
It's like,
guy.
I live a very strange life, and I need to prove to you this is real. It's yeah, after that I called my dad, and he's like, oh yeah, it so and so has a little like pen that he keeps some animals in.
Oh, like a local.
Yeah, I don't give it away because I don't want people to go and try and find it. And I know it's old news now, but at the time I was worried that people were going to try to like hunt these things down.
Yeah, I'm never gonna make it as a reporter because I'm having you on like 5 years after this happened. 10 years after this happened.
Just hit the 10-year anniversary.
That's amazing, actually. Okay, then let's call it that. I knew that it was the 10-year anniversary, and I wanted to have you on. Dude, that is wild. So you called the guy? He came and got him?
No, I played sheepdog, and I literally like corralled them back.
You are the best.
And yeah, so there were these guys in the building. It was like a big warehouse, and they were all working on these trucks or some sort. And I've got these animals back there, and I walk into the building, and they come at me like mad. They were like ready to fight me. Like, what are you doing in here? Like, God, I brought you a goddamn animal. Like, all right,
Guys, I got a llama and a
Yeah.
goat.
Like,
Chill.
this has been quite the ordeal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got him back home safe, and then yeah, that night I texted the video to some of my friends, and I was like, "Hey, this just happened." They're like, "You have to post that."
And they were right.
that.
And so you did.
Yeah.
So you were the original one that posted it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so was this like an overnight you woke up and you're like, holy cow. Like,
Yeah. So I posted it on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, both the full length videos on Instagram and YouTube. And I went to bed. I don't know how. I don't know who found it, but somebody reposted it to Reddit.
Oh, there it is.
That's when it blew up.
Yep.
So I woke up. I posted it, no views. A couple comments from some of my friends.
Sure.
I woke up to 5,000 views, and by the end of the day, I had like 250,000.
And by the way, I mean, 250,000 views now is a lot, but you know, those can happen. Like we just had a video about an oil change, just got like we hit the 120 mark. 10 years ago, that is viral. That is, you know, that's a lot of views. And so what was life after, like a few days after? Were you getting calls, emails or anything like that?
Yeah. It went pretty crazy for a while. For a few months, I hooked up with a company for licensing.
Yep.
I don't think they did a good job.
Yeah.
I should have went with a different one, but
That's all right.
The problem, well, I'm trying to remember it all. It's also,
I know. Well, it was 10 years ago.
that's when like it started hitting like TV shows and stuff. But the big problem was it got stolen. So at the time, there was no way, you weren't making money off Facebook.
Right. They didn't have, it wasn't monetized back then. Yeah.
Lad Bible stole it, and that's when it got billions of views. Like, I would put the hits probably somewhere in the billions at this point from how much it's been circulated.
Holy.
But my video on YouTube only has 1 million hits, the original. So yeah, like, you know, I licensed it out. I made a little bit of money, but nothing crazy. Today, if it happened today, I'd probably own an island somewhere. So yeah.
So that's frustrating. Now, you weren't able to contact. Is it Danny? Is it Lad Bible or LAD Bible? I never know. Yeah, whatever. Who cares now? So there's no repercussions for that.
At the time, no, they didn't. Nobody. Yeah, there was nothing you can do. I actually contacted a media lawyer, and they said you're up shit creek.
There's nothing in writing. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'll tell you this: if it helps, we will not promote Lad Bible, and I will not follow them. Dude, that is such a great story, and I love the way that you were so kind to the animals, but also just a hilarious reaction. And I can't thank you enough. But forget that. I know the feeling of like being known. So I've been on stage or in front of a microphone my whole life. I remember my sister got her own TikTok, and she got tens of millions of views of videos of scaring me. And I'm like, you know, I've worked my whole life at honing my craft, you know, in radio and film and music. And now I'm going to be known as the guy that got the shit scared out of him. So there's way more to you than the guy that saw a llama. I want to be fair. So you worked in you said TV.
Yep.
And so when you graduated, I know you said you didn't really know what you wanted to do, but are you more of like a behind the scenes guy or more of on the air guy?
Yeah, no, I'm a behind the scenes guy.
Okay.
I actually I wanted to be a video editor.
You got a great voice, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
You do have a great radio podcast voice.
Yeah, no, I do voice acting.
Oh, there you go.
I do freelance. So
look him up, Scott Peterson, freelance. Steve, what did I say?
He's Scott.
Oh, Scott Peterson's the murderer.
Yeah, Scott. No, that's another funny thing. I get called Scott all the time.
I just
through my entire life, like everywhere, everybody calls me Scott.
I am so sorry. I also knew, and I have a acquaintance who's a Scott Peterson. I promise I know your name is Steve. Obviously, I'm your biggest fan. Steve Peterson, look him up, freelancing. But anyway.
Yeah, so
he's not a murderer.
After I decided I didn't want to do TV anymore, I thought about being a reporter.
Yeah.
I went out with a reporter. I can't remember his name now, but actually did like you could shadow a reporter.
Sure.
And they'd set you up and shoot, and
that's cool.
You know, get some like test reels, and we're set up. He goes, "Okay, ready, go," and I just freeze. I can't do it. I can't be the guy on camera. I'm much better behind the scenes.
Well, that's okay. That's a good thing that it happened that way and not, you know, live on the air or something like that.
Yeah. So then, you know, I took a detour for a few years and ended up plumbing. I thought I was going to take over the family business. Then I realized that I hated it. I really did not want to be a plumber at all.
Yeah.
So I took some odd jobs. I was a screen printer for a while. I worked for a screen printer. Then I started my own shop in my basement worked literally across the street at VP Supply for
Nice.
a bunch of years. And then I got a really great opportunity where I am now, working for a government contractor.
Good for you.
So it's
Yeah,
been quite the adventure.
I can relate, man, because I always talk about this, and I don't mean to, but it keeps coming up. But I went back to school late. I went back in my 30s, and I graduated in 2022 from Park School of Communications, Ithaca College. Shout out. And dude, I had 2 years where I couldn't. I mean, I probably applied for 75 something jobs in what they call, I guess, digital media, which is the new term for television, radio.
Yeah.
What we did. And I got to a point where I'm like, I'm not going to work in this business. And I worked as a long-term substitute at an elementary school and bartending, you know. So I know that feeling of being like, God, this is what I'm good at. I just can't find a gig. I think, honestly, if you want to look at glass half full, I think you were lucky that you have a family business that you could fall back on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a great thing to have. And look, everyone needs plumbing, you know, so.
I definitely like changed my life.
Sure.
I was directionless after college and
That's what I
after
felt.
Channel 3. I didn't know what I wanted to do. The day I got laid off, I had a show with my band at Dinosaur Barbecue, and then we were leaving for tour that day. So
Oh, no.
I got my severance package, and then I had
You're
3
like,
months
peace.
off, and yeah.
So you do music as well.
Yeah.
I was in a band as well. What was the name of the band?
That band was the Andrea Doria.
Okay.
That was a long time ago, but you might know My So-Called Band.
Yeah.
I was the bass player and vocals in My So-Called Band, the 90s cover band.
That's so great.
We did that for 10 years. That happened, like we started that right after the Llama video.
Awesome.
So yeah, 90s cover band, did that for a long time. It was fun, and it's fun until it wasn't fun
Yeah.
anymore.
Well,
And
that's. I had a band. I had a band as well, and we did pretty well for ourselves. Our last show we played was in Ithaca. That's where I live, and we opened for Tim Reynolds of the Dave Matthews Band. He has a band called TR3, and we got off stage that night. And at that point, we'd been spinning our tires because things have changed so much. You know, we were 3 albums in. It's rock music. People aren't consuming rock music like they used to. It's hard to make a living doing it. We finished the show that night, and because we weren't traveling together because we weren't on the road, it was at home. We all kind of like just said, like, we all left out a different exit and never like said, hey, I'll see you at practice this week. And when Wednesday came, it just kind of ran its course. And I think we were all feeling like, just not fun anymore. And once it's not fun anymore,
yeah.
you're not in it for the money. But see, I knew there was way more to you than just the Llama video. What do you do? So you're still working at the family plumbing place now, or
No.
Okay.
I work out-
Government.
Yeah. I do a hybrid remote stuff.
Cool.
On a contract, we what I can say,
Yeah, I don't.
we make sure that drones don't blow people up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's good work. It's interesting. Kind of, it's work.
Yeah. I mean, look, work is work.
But that's what I had. I always had the side gigs. I do the voice acting, freelance. I did the band. Kind of like helps me stay.
It's your creative outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand when you're a creative and you're not per se working in a creative field. You want to scratch that itch, you know? And so it's important to have those outlets or else you go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, until I found this gig, I was just about on the verge of insanity because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, what am I doing here? Let's talk real quick before we go about the voice acting. How'd you get involved with that? I mean, like I said, you have a great voice.
It was always something I wanted to do. And it was tough to like break into. It was, unless you know somebody, or
Right.
unless you like have somebody gives you, I don't know. It's tough to like
It's a
find
niche.
the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I finally, my friend Sarah texted me and was like, "Hey, you're a voice actor, right?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, my friend needs somebody to start narrating these.
Audiobooks.
No, they were educational courses.
Oh.
For it was a local company, Pro Literacy, and I narrated a ton of, started narrating a bunch of their courses for English as a second language students. And yeah, they kept coming back. Then they referred me to like other branches of it. So I started working for Pro Literacy of Boston for a little while. And then I went on one of the pay-to-play sites, voices.com.
Yeah.
And basically you're just audition, and maybe you'll land something. I had a little bit of luck on that.
Good for you.
I paid my subscription back. And then, yeah, so it's slowed down now. AI's
yeah, I know.
killed it, but
I know.
it's still something I do for fun.
That's great, man. So let me ask you this: It's in a perfect world. I'm sitting here with you, and I say, you know what? You can have your dream gig right now in whether it's music, voice acting, production. What is it that you would ultimately love to do?
Oh man, you know, I would love to be. That's tough.
I know. I threw a hard one. We can edit this, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about take your time.
I love the media, like the media aspect of what I was doing. I miss voice acting. I loved editing video.
Editing?
You know, the stuff like that. I really enjoyed like being like part of production and creating, you know, creative.
Just being in a creative environment. Yeah.
And it's, you know, I'm blessed. I'm very thankful, but for what I have, but it's tough to like find that now, especially like with the band done. Well, I still do have I work with my friend Mark on Summer School Electronics, the local guitar pedal company.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do all the artwork for that. We do some building. We get to travel around. So I've still got like my part there. We're gonna start doing some more long form content. But yeah, in a perfect world, it would just be me getting to be creative.
That's it. You just nailed it, because before I took this job, you know, you know how it is. Over the years, it was like, I'd love to, you know, sell millions of albums and get to tour the world. Or my dream was always, I want to be on SNL, you know, and things. I've learned that preconceived notions really can kill you, because I had it all planned out how it was going to happen. And as you know, life, it just doesn't happen that way. One day you wake up and there's a fucking llama running at you. But what I do know is that I found along the way that I was like, you know what? I just want to be paid to do what I love, and that's to be creative in some capacity. And like you, it was like, you know, I love music. I love acting. I love voice, you know, doing radio. So listen, we don't know where this is going to go. But we're growing day by day, and I can promise you, Mr. Steve Peterson, that if there is a job opening, we'll have to look you up, because you're a great guy, and you have brought. I mean, if you go to my house right now, and if I said to my kids, this is Steve, this is the llama guy, they'd be like, because my son's 5, and this morning I said, Bud, I'm gonna go meet the llama guy. He goes, you are? I go, yeah. He goes, can I say one swear word? I go, I looked for his mother. Yeah, go ahead. He goes, it's a fucking llama. And it's great. So, dude, you're much more than just the llama guy, but I mean, it must feel nice to know that silly little video brought so much joy to my family, dude. And we need more of that these days.
Yeah, it's you know, the hype has died down, but I'm really glad like that I can reflect back onto all the joy that it's brought.
Yeah, well, and look at that. I mean,
and I didn't get killed.
Yeah, and you didn't get killed. Although I think, do llamas spit?
Yeah, that's what I was really worried. Like when I got like real up close to it at one point, I was like, I'm gonna get spit on.
Spit on. That might be like the way hockey players love when they have a tooth missing. Maybe if you're a llama enthusiast, it's like you get spit on a llama. Maybe it's good luck. Listen, before we go, last thing. Are there any plugs? I mean, obviously your social media handles. The pedals, anything you want. You got something coming up?
Yeah, check out Summer School Electronics, local guitar pedals. But yeah, we're growing. It's been a really great adventure with one of my oldest friends. And he was actually in the band with me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then there it is.
Find me on Instagram, but it's kind of boring. I just mostly post pictures of guitar pedals.
That's great. People love that stuff. Steve Peterson, thank you so much. You're a busy guy. Thank you for coming in. and taking the time to meet me and talk about this silly video. And I really do wish you the best of luck. And maybe we'll be working together eventually. Steve Peterson, what's the name of the pedal company again?
Summer School Electronics.
Summer School Electronics. We'll make sure we get all that stuff on graphic and put up for you. Thank you for taking the time, and good luck with everything, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching Good News York. Thank you for tuning in.